Howdy. I'm a little bit confused, I might say confused, more nervous about this one because I don't want to distract you. We've spoken about cycles and processes and systems, and that's what we do, and what's already cataloged and logged in the more permanent part of do X, get Y back end is the process. So don't let this conversation confuse you from that. Maybe let this add a bit more flavor to that as a cute way to think through which category, which stage, which part of the cycle am I in. This was something I played around with years ago in terms of helping me categorize my actions and my thinking. And if you know me in any degree, you know I like the whole Sesame Street approach, which is, M's and P's and fives and whatever. And this one I call my 5 ins. I like that because it speaks to in and getting in and joining, and that's sort of the business we're in, excuse the pun, in that regard. And so the cycle in this regard, to reinforce what we do with 5 ins, is basically this. Number 1, you inspire yourself. You join Unicity, you get excited, you set some goals. That's the early stage part of that getting started or strategy session. Set that intrinsic level of inspiration. Why am I doing this? What are therefore the X's I have to do to get to that why? So number 1 in is inspire. Number 2, once I'm inspired and know why I'm doing this and where I'm heading, then I invite others to join me. I love the word invite. It's gracious. It speaks to a more natural, less selling psyche kind of process as I'm inviting and people accept my invitation. They RSVP, if you will, or they don't. And that's okay. They don't feel sold. I don't feel pressure to have to sell them. I just invite them to come look. I invite them to come try. I invite them to take the next step. Part of that process, following on from inviting, I look to inform them. They're going to have questions. I answer those questions. I provide them information that informs them as to, do I want to do this? What's it going to cost me? What am I going to get? Etc., etc. So I'm inspired. I invite. As part of my follow-up, I inform. Then they want to join me. So I include them. And I love that word as well. It's not just they've joined me, they're in my organization, is I'm including them in what we do, which means I'm putting my arms around them. I'm doing all I can for their best benefit. I'm doing what's best for them. I'm beginning to create this economic alignment, and that's the wonder of this business and industry, is we have this beautiful economic alignment. Well, what's best for them as they get involved is also most times, in fact almost every time, what's best for me. So them being involved and included speaks to an arms around kind of process rather than a master-slave transactional process. And then last, completing the circle, is I invest. I invest in me. I invest in my people. All of these, me waving my hands in the air, is an attempt by me to invest in you, investing my time and limited knowledge to provide you value so that you can invest your time in reviewing it, dismissing it, adopting it, incorporating it into who you are, and thus as we increase our value by investing in ourselves, we can then be more ably inspired and maybe raise our sights just a little bit because we've got a different horizon, a different perspective to work on. See, the great thing in terms of the investment profile in this business is the irony, the oxymoron, if you will, is you get paid exactly what you're worth. But you also get paid exactly what you want to get paid. So if those two are out of whack, is I think I want to get paid this much, but I'm not getting that, or I'm out of kilter. Then the only issue here isn't complain to the company or change the comp plan or do more stuff. It's about increasing your value. And so if you increase your value by investing in yourself, then all of a sudden, magically, you get paid what you want to get paid because you're being paid what you're worth. So there you go. Another way to look at the process or the cycle. You get inspired because you see the potential of this vehicle here and you can see where that can help you get. You have someone help you define that and put some flesh on the bones there. Then you turn and invite others to look at and join you as you inform them and answer their questions and take them through that process. They then get involved with you and then they begin to invest in themselves and grow themselves in this sphere for their benefit and then by definition for yours as well. Inspire, invite, inform, involve, and invest. The 5 ins, just another way to look at it. Thanks.